One of the commonly occurring questions is when to perform an FMEA. And choosing the timing is very important because if it is performed very early, the design mechanisms that's going to come up may not even be implemented. And if it is performed too late, it may be just too late to implement any of those mechanisms. So the right time is when a design or a concept has reached a very mature state. Take a look at the ISO 26262, for example. Prescribes the V model. But in principle, uh, an FMEA is agnostic to the waterfall model. It can be done even in an agile process. It talks about different stages where concepts are completed. There's a functional safety concept done, the design stage, there's a technical safety concept, the hardware software stage, there's a hardware design concept or a software design concept, and at the production, there is a production or a manufacturing concept. The best time is when each of these concepts have reached very mature state. So, for example, when an FSC is completed or this is a functional safety concept, it makes sense to do a functional FMEA to identify if the existing safety mechanisms identified are good enough or not. Similarly, when the technical safety concept is completed or has reached a very high level of maturity, you can perform a system FMEA to identify failures of system components, what are the mitigation mechanisms, and is this technical safety concept correct and complete. The same thing goes for hardware and software FMEA. Every time the hardware design is frozen, the electrical design is frozen, or if the software architecture is frozen, that is a good time to create the hardware FMEA or software FMEA. And the goal of a hardware FMEA is to identify if there's enough electrical mechanisms, either in software or hardware, that can mitigate failures. Similarly, in software FMEA, uh, the goal would be to see if systematic software failures can either be detected by mechanisms or prevented by some mechanisms. Production FMEA is something that is performed to identify if there are issues in production that can lead to safety critical issues. How can they be detected? How can they be prevented? In a hardware manufacturing environment, it could be about how to ensure that the incorrect part number is added. In a software manufacturing environment, it could be about how can one ensure that the wrong software is not flashed, the wrong calibration is not flashed. So, in conclusion, the best time to perform an FMEA is when a concept has reached a very, very mature stage.